Now, as Omicron begins to make its way around the world, some countries are already taking extreme precautions, like Germany. Earlier today, Chancellor Angela Merkel put in place strict new measures for unvaccinated people, barring them to go to places like restaurants, movie theaters, and a lot more. But that might not be the end of it. For more on this, let's bring in ABC's Ines de La Cuetara, who is live in Munich for us. Thanks, Ines, so much for being with us. Let's talk about this new lockdown across Germany and what it means not only for residents, but for business owners, too. Give us the details.
Hey guys, yeah, so what's interesting is Germany already had some pretty strict COVID measures in place. They already have a nationwide N95 mask mandate in place. Some regional governments were imposing regional lockdowns in hard-hit areas. Those were proper lockdowns where everything was shut down and people were being told to stay home. But the German government is now taking it one step further, announcing this lockdown for the unvaccinated. It's not going to be quite a lockdown, so those people will still be allowed to leave their homes and go for a walk, for instance, but they won't be allowed into any businesses that are not considered essential. So they won't be able to go to the movies, for instance, to a restaurant, to a bar. They will be able to go grocery shopping or go to the pharmacy, with those businesses being considered essential. Interesting to note that Austria a few weeks ago announced a similar measure. They imposed a lockdown for the unvaccinated. Lots of questions there as to how that was going to work, whether it was possible to even enforce a lockdown for the unvaccinated. In the end, they wound up scrapping that measure in favor of a nationwide lockdown, regardless of people's vaccination status. But officials here in Germany seem confident that this can work, and the way it'll work is that businesses will actually have staff members checking people's vaccination status as they enter a business.
And Ines, first, that's just a remarkable phrase, a lockdown of the unvaccinated. They're assembling people by vaccination status and locking them down for public health reasons, but it sounds like an authoritarian maneuver, something that they might have felt they had to do. And I know that there has been fierce resistance to some of the public health measures in Germany, in Bavaria and in the East. How are people responding to this lockdown of the unvaccinated? Do you expect more resistance? What's next for Germany?
Yes, it'll be really interesting to see how the population responds. We should point out Germany has one of the lowest vaccination rates in Western Europe, with just under 69% of the population fully vaccinated here. It'll be interesting to see how the population responds. We've seen in other countries who have tightened COVID measures in recent weeks, massive protests breaking out there. So in places like the Netherlands and Austria, it didn't go so well there. But then in places like France, it was the opposite effect, where President Macron there imposing a COVID pass, and that had people running to get their shots. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Germany. But we should point out Germany currently dealing with record high number of new COVID cases. So deaths are way down compared to where they were a year ago at their peak. But as far as the number of new cases go, they are at an all-time high, worse than they've been all pandemic, with the German government announcing that today they reported 74,000 new COVID cases, guys.
You know, as we look at the beautiful background with the snow falling, I can't but think about those amazing Christmas markets in Germany. Do you know, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but are those might not happen, right?
Canceled. They're canceled.
Oh, yep. They're canceled. Wow. I know, it's such a beautiful tradition. All right, we're definitely not canceling you. We'll keep talking, Ines. We appreciate it so much. Beautiful background and an important story to stay up on.
Thanks, Ines.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.